Trust me, this week, I had mentioned it earlier, Bears plus 6.5. This is a team heading into Lambeau in a game that is going to decide a lot of division tiebreakers. Getting 6.5 points with the way that this team has been able to keep games close, to me, seems like free money. And hear me out on this. The ball in football is shaped the way it's shaped because it's not a consistent roll. It bounces left, it bounces right, and year in and year out, your turnover differential can be the difference of you having a 10-2 season and a 2-10 season. The Bears have been extremely turnover friendly this year. They're plus 17 through 12 games. The best mark in the NFL by 8 turnovers. Chicago has 17 interceptions, the most in the league. The Bears have now won 5 straight games by single digits. And all that means is that I'm betting against Jordan Love and his shitty passing mechanics. And if the best team in the league, interception-wise, can help prove my point, I'll be even happier. And they're getting the luck on the one-score possessions. This is why we love football. I've been telling this to Cameron. It's fucking shaped that way for a reason. Or else there would be no parity in the league. But the way that the Bears have been playing and the ball's rolling their way and the momentum is hot, coming off of the biggest win that the Bears have had in the last fucking 10 years. And they're 6.5-point dogs against their rival, division rival. Did this line make sense to you?
No, it did not. It did not. I like it. I think for me, it's the Bears or pass in this. Chicago just finds a way, bro. They're one of those teams where it makes you have this happen every year. You're like, how the fuck did they pull off that win? And that seems to be what the Chicago Bears are this year. So I'm with you on that. I do like that pick. Okay. I am going to go with my trust me also. The Bengals of Cincinnati plus 5.5. Give me that as my trust me. Look, this is the game that if they do win it, I think you see them go from 10-1 to win the division to plus 300 immediately. So if you think, how about this? Here's an extra caveat, bonus pick. If you think the Bengals are going to win this game against the Bills in Buffalo, don't bet them. Bet them to win the AFC North at 10-1. Bet that instead. Because then after that, we've talked about the schedule on the last episode. This is the game where you're like, fuck, do they get by Buffalo? Because look, Buffalo needs this game too. Mm-hmm. You know, Buffalo's not in a position to be cruising. They're not going to catch the Pats. But you got to worry, watch over your shoulder like, fuck, motherfuckers is lurking with that wild card. So I would say this. I love the Bengals plus 5.5 to cover against Buffalo this week. And as a caveat, bonus, I don't even know where we would categorize this as, but if you think they actually beat the Bills this week, take them to win the division now as you're watching this clip at 10-1. Because come Monday, they're plus 300. Especially if Pittsburgh plays Baltimore, so that ain't I wish they were playing someone else, but I'm telling you, play it this way. That's how I'm going to play it. Trust me, Bengals plus 5.5.
Love it. Let's go into our toxic one. The toxic one. You're either taking the dog in this situation or it's a pass. You are not making this bet. Bottom line, the toxic one this week. I think we both have the same one. So I think we should say it at the same time to see if we're best friends. The most toxic bet of the week. 3, 2, 1.
Rams.
Vikings minus 2.5.
Whoa. Okay.
So we aren't best friends.
We're not. No.
But I'll start with, the Vikings as favorites, Nick.
Oh, I'm gonna break your sweetheart. I am going to break your sweetheart.
Oh my God. Break my heart now. Because my entire case for the Vikings, who are hosting the Commanders this weekend as favorites and why you should not bet them, is strictly based on quarterback play. And I know there's a lot of stats that go the reverse way of teams that just got shut out. Their offense ignites the next game and they cover the spread and they're good straight up. But I don't give a fuck. This is a different situation. The Vikings are in peril. How the fuck are they favorited in this matchup? After the Commanders go toe-to-toe with one of the AFC's best. Fill me in.
This is my Becky.
Wow.
For the exact reasons that you mentioned. Toe-to-toe, lose in overtime to a Super Bowl favorite, a team that is going for the top seed in the AFC. They're going to get J.J. McCarthy back. And I know we've been shitting on him for many reasons. He gave himself his own nickname and it's been a nightmare since. However, Brosmer came in last week. And it was, if McCarthy's here, this guy was in the fucking dirt. You can't even see my hand. That's how bad it was. McCarthy comes back. 85% of the bets are coming in on the Commanders. They're at home. If there's ever a week for this offense to get it together, it's playing this Commanders defense that you can move the ball on. Addison, Jefferson, a parlay of both of them to score is 14-1. This is the week for that kind of shit. And I think it's a good matchup for them. It's why it's my Becky. I love seeing a team get... Did they get shut out by Seattle? I think they got shut out. They got shut out by Seattle.
Bubbles.
And then you got the Commanders losing in overtime to the Broncos. And they're at home. They're going to get their quarterback back. Becky, marry me, baby girl. -2.5 Minnesota.
Woof. Yeah. This is the first time this has ever happened.
Your toxic one with my Becky.
I mean, I thought this was just a layup for toxic plays. Just because you're going to feel some type of way holding the ticket after you see the first couple of drives.
Oh, for sure.
If
I see Jefferson do this, yeah, I'm going to be miserable. So
that was your Becky.
Yeah.
That was your Becky. Do you want to go with your toxic one? Since I didn't get a chance to have a moment with you, what is your most toxic play of the week?
My most toxic play of the week, George, since you've asked so politely, this was a borderline Ursulita as well. My toxic one is the Seattle Seahawks -7.5. And listen, talk about feeling like an idiot at some point. They could be up 28-3. Sorry, Falcons fans. I know that number hurts. But that could be the case. This defense against Kirk Cousins is holy shit. But they're getting 83% of the tickets right now. And I know it's Kirk Cousins. I'm playing the number here. Early start time, Seattle. Right? Let's see who Seattle has next week on the schedule. Right? Is it a look-ahead game? Could be. They got the Colts coming into town. Could be a look-ahead. The sniff tests don't pass here.
Interesting.
So I'm taking the toxic one as Seattle -7.5.
Interesting. On the road, they crush teams too. I just cannot get behind that one. I do want to mention this since you've brought up the public number so much. I've got this stat for you. NFL teams getting 60% of the tickets or more are 46-78 against the spread through 13 weeks. This is the worst through 13 weeks in the 23-year history of the Action Network database. So we suck this year. The public, we got to do better. I think it's just a lot of novice bettors coming into the game, and they're just, their eyes get big. Maybe these ticket numbers that they're telling us are a little inflated. Who knows? But the public has been doing really bad. Bodes well for your cases this week.
And you know what else bodes well? 10-4 on the year with the toxic one. If you've been fading the toxic one, you're profitable. So that was it. What do you got next?
I'll give you my Becky. This is a crazy one. This is a very, very crazy one. but the Tennessee Titans are going into Cleveland and the total is set at 33.5. Give me the under. Give me under 33.5 in the rookie versus rookie bowl. This is the lowest total in any game since December of last year when the Dolphins and the Browns closed at 32.5. Since the start of 2010, Nick, this would be the third lowest total in an outdoor game in freezing temperatures behind the Jets at Patriots in 2023 that finished at 28.5. This situation, like I said, with two rookie quarterbacks, it's happened one other time where a game with two rookie quarterbacks had a total this low, and that game went under. And those two quarterbacks were Jason Campbell and Bruce Gradkowski, and that was in 2006 first with Redskins versus Buccaneers. I can't find a way in which Cam Ward is going to move the ball at all on this Browns defense. The Browns defense at home, dangerous. My only fear with picking the under in this game is that Quishon Judkins and this Tennessee Titans defense, I think he's going to run through them very, very easily. And I worry that they get the running game going early. They put up couple of touchdowns and they're able to continue scoring while the Rock is staying on the ground. I don't think Shedeur is going to have to do too much to win this game. He's just got to put up a guaranteed 16 and they will win. Give me the under. 33.5. Tennessee at Cleveland.
You've been doing well on totals, bro.
Can I give you a stat here that bodes well for these these windy unders? So windy unders in 2025, games with 7 miles per hour or more of wind went 7-1 to the under last week, and then 9-1 in the last 2 weeks. So this is a situation. It's going to be they're making reports that the entire month of December in like the northeastern part of the country is going to be unreal. Like, I don't think they'll be able to play games in Buffalo. That's how bad the snow is going to be. That's what we're being told, reports. So that's my Becky.
Okay. Let me give you my Ursulita, bro. Ready for this shit?
How ugly can you get?
Very ugly. So my shit detector has gone off with this one. Give me the Saints plus 8.5 going into Tampa.
All
right. Yo, your boy Shook, not terrible.
No, he moves around, bro.
Yeah, not bad. Listen, he's like 37.
It's to 500.
Yeah, he's like 37, but we just need him this week to just cover their 8.5. When they played earlier this year in New Orleans, Tampa Bay was a 4.5 point favorite. Right? Now they're 8.5 point favorites at home. A lot has changed. Tampa Bay's not as healthy as they were there, but they do get Bucky Irvin back. Chris Godwin came back. Why isn't this line 10? Why isn't it Tampa by 10? Why are they hanging 8.5? I think
it's because the Saints defense is starting to figure it out a little bit.
They're playing hard, bro. Listen, them and the Giants, our two favorite teams, they're not as bad as their record indicates.
Correct.
Right?
You are correct.
And they've been spanked a couple times, both of them. But I think this is it's a trap. I think it's a trap. Give me the Saints 8.5 Ursulita.
So I'm so glad that you chose the Saints. I feel honored that my team has been selected for the picks because I think all year, I think we may have picked the Saints twice. So, we're showing them no love here. And this is good. But to back up my case on the defense playing well, they allowed 12 completions to Tua with no passing touchdowns. And in their last 3 games, they've allowed under 200 passing yards. So they're starting to figure out. I wanted to, for my in this economy, given the fact that Baker, when he plays the Saints, a majority of the time, if his boys are healthy, they fuck the Saints up. Like, he has the Saints' number. There, even back when he played a game in Carolina, like he just has good games against New Orleans. But you got the shoulder, which, I mean, our boy looks rough sometimes when he's throwing it. You could tell this season has put a lot of wear and tear on Baker Mayfield. Baker Mayfield peaked week 6.
Yeah.
That sucks.
Yeah, MVP favorite then and all that, yeah.
Peaked week 6, and now it's just been a struggle bus to get on his way back. I wanted to pick all his overs and make that my parlay for In This Economy, but instead, given the circumstances that I listed with the Saints defense and his injury, I'll give you my In This Economy. Bucky Irving, over 100 rushing yards. You could get that at 4-1 right now. Plus 400, Bucky Irving. I love picking running backs when they come back off an injury fresh late in the season. Everybody looks like they're in slow motion while these guys fly. The Saints have been stopping the pass. I think this is a layup In This Economy, Bucky Irving to get 100 rushing yards.
Okay. All right. I like that. And one more thing to just back the Saints here, a trend. Since 2018, Saints are 15-6-1 on the road versus the NFC South, including 8-0 as an underdog against the spread. And to your point about Baker, when he's played the Saints in his career, 5-1 straight up, 4-2 against the spread. So, yeah, we got a couple of conflicting numbers there. Okay, my last play. Dare I say a borderline trust me? Dare I say a borderline trust me? And this, honestly, this might be the first pick of the year that every single category could fit in this. Jaguars are 1.5 point underdogs at home against the Colts with a quarterback who has a broken fibula. Jaguars, remember when the Jaguars were winning like 1 or 2 games a year and they were beating the Colts still?
Yeah.
They just have their number.
Yep.
And I think the Jaguars can take a commanding lead, beating the Colts head-to-head in this matchup. They're at home. I really like it. I like it a lot. As a borderline trust me, borderline Becky, borderline or Salida, because we're back in the Jaguars. You never know what the fucking roller coaster you're going to be on with them. I'm taking the Jaguars there, plus 1.5. I think it's a very weird line. I think I'm taking the better team right now because their quarterback is healthy than the other. So give me the Jaguars plus 1.5 as my In This Economy.
You're so right on that being able to fit all those categories. Like 1,000%. And it was the first one of the year that I can vouch for. That's a solid play there, Mr. Deus. I have one more pick left.
Good.
Ursulita. Ugliest pick on the board. And it was the ugly one, or it was the toxic one last week when I took the Jets money line and it hit. And the Jets at home again are dogs to Tua and the Dolphins. Give me the Jets money line. The weather's going to be 40 degrees. I want you to envision Tua in a long sleeve. I want you to envision Mike McDaniels in a beanie, vaping on the sideline, an offense that can't get moving. The Jets are going to throttle the Dolphins in this game. In road or neutral games in December or later, Tua is 3-8 straight up and against the spread in his career. Some quarterbacks wind up as the year progresses. Tua is the complete opposite. And that is why I think the Jets money line here is so attractive. Plus 130, I'm seeing him at. That is my Ursulita.
Fuck yeah, bro. I like that. I like the Jets again. You know, we were on the Jets last week.
Yep.
As I think they were the toxic
They were the toxic one,
The Falcons were the toxic one, so we were on the Jets. Yeah, I'm for it. Okay, anytime touchdown. I'm going to lead off with mine. It is 40-1. It is 40-1 anytime touchdown parlay. I'm going with Mitchell on the Jets. He's been getting like 8 targets a game since he became the Jets wide receiver.
Facts.
So give me Mitchell. Give me Jamar Chase. Mark Andrews just got a contract extension. Maybe we show it off with a little end zone. You know, Lamar, get the ball to him. Celebrate him.
Do it.
And then Kareem Hunt on Sunday Night Football. 40-1. 40-1. What else you got?
I'm going with a 2-touchdown parlay special for 2 running backs. Bucky Irving to score 2. And for the Bears, on my fantasy team, Kyle Monangai. Secretly becoming the secret sauce to that Chicago Bears offense. Both of them to score 2 touchdowns. 83-1.
Wow.
I'm not missing out on it, man. I'm not missing out. I'm putting the bets in before I make any edits so I don't have to kick another fucking hole in my door. I'm doing it tonight. 83-1. Bucky Irving to score 2. Kyle Monangai to score 2. That is my anytime touchdown parlay.
Hey, can I give a bonus? It's not really an anytime touchdown parlay, but it's a 30-1 division bet. Panthers, Bears, Jaguars, all to win their division. 30-1.
Packers, Bears, Jaguars.
Packers, Jaguars, Bears. Sorry. Panthers.
Yeah.
Panthers.
Panther. I was like, wait a second.
I said Packers and Bears.
No. You said it correctly the first time.
Okay. All right. Take 3. Correct. Panthers, Jaguars, and Bears. 30-1.
Perfect. I have to put it in now. I don't want to seem stupid. But backing the Panthers after they were on my ban list.
Listen, we talk about
revisit it.
We talk about this all the time. The segment we did about the ban list, it was for hee-hees and ha-has. In sports betting, you shouldn't have a ban list. Play the number, play the spot, play the situation. That's how you are a successful sports bettor, handicapper, the whole 9. You can't. If a number is good, you got to play the number, bro. You just have to, right? Playing the Falcons this week, +7.5. I like it.
Yeah.
For Seattle. So we know. We call Kirk Cousins a terrorist. He inspired the segment that we got a lot of rave reviews about. But you got to play the number. I like the number. Short-term memory loss. Best thing for sports bettors.